avenue you wish to walk down on this particular subject?
There's one thing that's slightly related. It has to do with the Akashic Records. Just one thing that I'm kind of curious about.
All right.
I've seen you tune into the Akashic Records before, and I thought that was very interesting and amazing.
Well, all right, but let's stop you right there for one moment, because this is another wonderful example of the idea of what we might call an old-fashioned definition that no longer really serves you. We understand what you mean by Akashic Records, but if you actually stop to think about it for a moment, since you know everything exists here and now, nothing needs to be recorded.
Right.
Everything is always accessible, and that is what you mean by the Akashic Records. It's not some mysterious place you have to go to find a recording of an event. All events always exist. So all you have to do is tune yourself to the frequency of a particular concept of an event, time and space, and you will access whatever information is relevant for that. But that's because everything exists here and now, not because it's actually recorded somewhere.
So is it possible for you right now to do what you do when you claim to tap in?
What do you think I'm doing?
And what I'm asking, can you actually pull in right now and say my name?
If it's relevant. If it is
relevant.
not relevant, you must understand how these rules function. Mostly it is like what you call water or electricity, and it follows the path of least resistance. Why do I need to go into the Akashic Records, so to speak, to find out your name when all I need to do is ask you?
I'm just wondering if it's possible.
Listen.
That's all I'm wondering.
Listen
is that
again.
possible for you to do?
Anything is possible. What I'm saying, the question is not, is it possible? The question is it probable? Is it relevant? The answer is no. Because it's easier, the path of least resistance is to simply say, what's your name? And have you answer it. And in a sense, you could say that by doing that, we have access to so-called Akashic Records because that information is existing here and now. And I have taken the path of least resistance, which is to simply ask you your name.
Understood.
There is no need to go into stretching yourself to do it any other way if you simply have access to the information in the reality you're in.
Okay. Thank
Make
you.
sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you very much, Bashar.
Thank you. If we may continue this for a moment briefly, you see, this is what goes on when individuals in your society think about the idea of, quote-unquote, testing psychic ability. They will often not understand the laws of psychic functioning, and they will think that they set up their tests in a certain way that is somehow representative of how these things work, when very often it's not at all. And if they don't understand such things as the law of the path of least resistance, then they will always be, in a sense, confused by why they do not necessarily get the results that they wish to get. Because again, if you are asking someone, well, can you tell me with your psychic powers what is on this card I'm looking at? The path of least resistance is to simply ask the person looking at the card. Therefore, why does it have to initiate any other level of intuition when the answer is right in front of the face of the person sitting across from you? That's the path of least resistance. So the person who is looking at the card is actually short-circuiting the ability of the other person to get it any other way. That's how it works. Please proceed.
Hello, I'm Mika.